Port St. John's, that's in the Eastern Cape. It's been rocked by taxi-related violence, which has left 3 people dead and scores more injured. Police saying an 11-year-old is among the dead after being hit by a stray bullet yesterday. So far, 11 people have been arrested for the deadly shooting. Let's get some detail now as to what exactly is going on in that town of Port St. John's, and we speak now to the mayor of that area, Nomvuzo, Mlimbo-Cingo. Madam Mayor, thank you very much for your time. Can we begin with the question that seeks to understand exactly when this violence erupted? I'm not dismissing the events that happened yesterday, but I'd like to know from you, when is your understanding of when exactly the violence started in Port St. John's?
Thank you very much, Koli, and good morning to you and the listeners. I greet you in the wonderful name of Jesus Christ and in the name of Port St. John's Municipality. Yes, indeed, this did not start yesterday, because last week on the 10th, there are people who were killed in one of the junctions towards the river Mlimbo, and one of the taxi owners passed on a driver and his assistant, and there are taxis that were torched also. So this seems to be something that has been brewing, but for us as the municipality, we do not have exactly the finer details of the challenge, because Port St. John's has one taxi association as Port St. John's. So that's why we are saying, as the municipality, we are working well with them as our stakeholder, because only, for example, if there are protests in Port St. John's where people are closing roads and doing all things, you will find that the taxi association in Port St. John's will be the first to go to those people and request them to come to the municipality rather than closing the road. So they are such a very important stakeholder. We believe anything that could have been a problem could be sorted through talking and be sitting on the table.
Yeah. Mayor, you are raising something that's quite strange, actually, if you think about it, because when you say Port St. John's only has one taxi association, it's a bit difficult, therefore, to understand where the rival association may come from, because their description, according to media reports, is that this is a rival taxi gang. So is it possible that this association, which has, I suppose, different taxi owners under it, it's the same taxi owners that are fighting among themselves? What is it that they are fighting about? Do you know?
Not at all. They are working, because fortunately our town is quite a very small town. You are able to know who is who. So the Port St. John's Taxi Association and the Border Association, they are the ones who are working together. But it is alleged then that the other operators are having some challenges with Port St. John's Taxi Association. So those are the things, Kekoli, that because yesterday there are people who the police managed to arrest from the side of the attackers yesterday. They are the ones whom I believe will be able to shed light for us exactly why this is happening. Because even those who died on the 10th have not yet been buried. And now we are facing this, where we find that the town now is no longer functioning the way it should be functioning.
Yeah.
And we believe that anything only can be solved through talking, meeting together, sitting on the table, and making sure that whatever is the case, is the problem, we deal with that. That's why I believe, because I've talked to some of the senior officials of Santaco. You'll know Santaco is the South African National Taxi Council. That council is able to have all types of taxi associations under it.
Yeah.
So that's why I interacted with them, so that they are able to bring to the table the different taxi associations, so that if there's anything that Port St. John's is facing that needs to be dealt with other taxi associations, they are able to assist us in having such a meeting so that we iron out these things once and for all.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy now to operate well.
Final question to you, Madam Mayor, and very briefly, if you can, the description of your town right now. Some media reports saying that it has become a no-go zone. Do you believe that you are managing this situation with the local police there, or do you think that you need national intervention now from the police?
Thank you very much, Connie. Indeed, it's somber and it's not a mood, because this is a tourist town where everybody should be jovial. But at this moment, it's not good. But we would like to say, as the municipality responsible to make sure that our stakeholders are all together, we are going to do that today. I've been with the Taxi Association in the morning, the executive, and we are planning to have a series of meetings today with different stakeholders and then together, so that we are able to see to it what can be done. But we want to insist that the presence of the security cluster is very vital at this moment, because things are not yet okay. That's why we would love that the security cluster be added as much as it could, so that we stop anything that could continue from now onwards. Otherwise, the police have done their part yesterday, but I feel that more police presence will help us and curb anything that can do anything today. So I'm just pleading for that from the minister, from the MEC, from our premier, that we need police presence in numbers, so that we are able to curb whatever.
All right. Mayor of the town of Port St. John's, thank you very much for your time. A very worrying situation. The mayor there, Nomvuzo Mlimbo-Cingo, calling on the intervention of the security cluster at national level now. That town on tenterhooks. All right.